Hey, and welcome to the latest episode of Smart and Vinyl, where we're going to talk a little records, a little music, and a whole lot of meh. Well, not exactly. We're not going to be talking records this video. We will be talking another format of music. Not as good, not nearly as good, but I figured why not? Something different, jazz things up a little bit. So, and you can tell I'm in the boring bedroom and not down in the corner because my roommate is watching news. And that's the last thing I need to watch or hear right now. So, but speaking of good news, right? So, merch, I keep telling you I have t-shirts and stuff, and I do. You have to go to my store, Myrtlewood at tpublic.com. But check out this, look. Smart and Vinyl. LA meh F. So isn't that super cute? You can have me on your chest. So anyways, starting May 12th, shirts are on sale. So shirts are on sale. I'm going to upload some new shirts, but all the shirts will be on sale. And you don't have to get shirts. You can get mugs, you can get sweatshirts, notebooks, phone cases, and masks. I mean, wouldn't you want like this over your face, right? So anyways, check it out. If you want to buy now, fine. But May 12th, shirts are on sale. So anyways, let's just get into what we were talking about. Oh, that ended up being pretty cool. So anyways, so how all of this started was, if you remember in my last thrift store video, I think it was the one it's called Whole Lot of Bad Junk, where I went to the thrift store and it was just like bare bones, nothing, dry, nothing to get, right? Except I got those stupid crayon candles and those little mini peaches crates, right? And I would have kept the mini peaches crates in their original box, but the thrift store went and put tape around it and fucked it up. So I'm like, screw it then. I'm just going to go ahead and build these crates. So I did, since I got nothing else to do. I'm stuck in the house. So I built these little crates, and I followed the directions. I'm not a very handy person, clearly, but they even gave me like little nails and everything, but the wood was so old from these little crates that it was going to split the wood. So I went and got some glue. I used this E6000, whatever, and it's pretty good. I used to use it when I made my refrigerator magnets, and sure enough, it worked great on these little crates. Now, if you don't know, now you know. Peaches was a record store chain, mainly in the 70s, and since it was Peaches, they had peach crates, and you would put your records in them and things like that. Even my dad has an original Peaches record crate, and one of the most famous locations was the one there on Hollywood Boulevard, which you can see they redid the front for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, so you'll see it in one of those scenes. But you can buy new Peaches crates. I did look online. You can buy new ones, although Peaches is not in business anymore. But mine are old and super cute, so check it out. I know, right? So I glued and put these together. So there's two. The other one, like this part of it, got jacked up when they put the tape on it. So I put the two jacked up ones together, and these are like the two nice ones. But super cute. I just glued them together, and I'm really proud of myself. Now, some of this, it's rough wood, so I could sand it, but I don't care, because you know what's going in there? 8 tracks. Those are like dirty and gross as shit anyway, so who cares, right? But I do have some other little crates, as you can see right here. These are from Licorice Pizza, and I got these at a thrift store, dust bunnies, years ago. We were in Morro Bay, and I got 2 of them. These are obviously a little bit more shallow, so these are made for cassettes, and that's what so the blank, this one, the empty one, I use this one. Oh, look. Shasta the cat says hi. Anyways, I put in here my vintage napkins that I have not processed yet and put into binders. So that's what goes in this empty one. But this one, I have what little cassettes I have. So, yeah, I used to have a ton of cassettes back in the day, but I don't have a cassette player or a ghetto blaster or boombox or anything. So I have no way to play them. So these, I think, just were handed down to me, or it was such a good deal, I got it. Like this one's a killer mixtape, and you see it, killer mixtape, It's aight. It's not that killer. But I have like the vinyls, REM. This TSOL one is pretty cool. So, but yeah, here's my little cassettes that I have. So, that's what goes into this one. But these Peaches ones are made for one thing, and that is 8 tracks. So you see how it's jacked up, right? So I started putting some of my 8 tracks in this one. I have 8 tracks back here, as you can see. Woo! Right? Now, I am only a recent collector of 8 tracks, and by recent, I would say within like the last, 8 years or whatever. And I only started because my ex-boyfriend bought me an 8-track player for Christmas one year, which is right here. So, I'm trying to get snapped back together. But anyways, here it is. And it's Kmart, if you can see, Kmart. It's really nice, and it worked. 8 tracks are all shit anyway, so most of them break, no matter how good your 8-track player is. But this one's pretty good. This stuff sounds okay for 8 tracks. But see, and it comes apart, and so you can have stereo sound, man. It does take a shit ton of batteries, I think C's, which is like, what are you gonna do? Take your 8 tracks to the beach, But I went and bought a plug at Radio Shack when it was still open. So when I do use it, I use a plug in it. I've been very fortunate that most of the 8 tracks I've gotten, people have given to me, because you think vinyl is dry at a thrift store. 8 tracks are pretty much non-existent. And if you do see them, it's always like country music or easy listening or religious, things like that. I have found a few at thrift stores or whatever, but the majority I've gotten from people. Now, they do have 8 tracks still. You get them on eBay. And if you go on there, you'll be like, what? Because they'll have 8 tracks up into the 80s. And usually those go for a lot of money. But the reason they have 8 tracks up into the 80s was they were available through Columbia House. So 8 tracks pretty much died out like in the early 80s, because cassettes took over by then. But Columbia House still offered an 8 track option when you bought stuff, and like those like Freedom Rock, you can call in, Time Life, whatever. Those call-in records you can get also had an 8 track option. So I'm pretty sure like the last 8 tracks through Columbia House were released like in 1988, I think. And normally those like mid to late 80s 8 tracks go for a lot of money on eBay because they are a little bit more rare. But one man's junk is another man's treasure. I hate that cliche, but it's kind of true with 8 tracks. I've seen them go for like nothing, and I've seen them go for stupid money. And the thing is, though, they're like terrible. Like, even if you have a good condition 8 track, they're not very good. So I have refrained actually from purchasing them on eBay. And like I said, it's not like my most important collection, but I've been very happy to get what I've gotten. And I'll show you some of it now. I won't go too much into it because But these fine 8 tracks behind me were actually given to me by an old friend. These ones are actually really cool. And they're like good things, like, AC/DC. I have Blues Brothers, Cheap Trick, Dream Police, and Live at Budokan, Cheech and Chong. Eric fucking Clapton. Let's see. What's on this turd? After Midnight, no thanks. Little Wing, well, I won't be listening to this one, but anyways, Foreigner, what else do I have? I have 2 Fog Hats, the same album, I don't know why, but, Heart, Led Zeppelin, what? What? Shasta does not like Led Zeppelin 8 tracks, I guess. Steve Martin, Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell, that one's pretty cool. Ted Nugent, Pink Floyd, The Wall, Jean-Luc Ponty, Queen, REO Speedwagon, Detective. Now, you remember I found that Detective one at the thrift store. That's in one of my other thrift store videos. The Rolling Stones, Black and Blue, but it's a pink 8 track, which is kind of cool. The Jean-Luc Ponty is also a pink 8-track, but I don't know why they didn't make it a blue 8-track, because the album's called Black and Blue, right? And then this Linda Ronstadt is not pink. Now, I believe this album you can get on pink vinyl, right? And everything about this album was like pink, pink, pink. Why they didn't put it on the pink 8-track, I don't know. Rush. You know how much I love Rush. I have 3 Rush 8-tracks. Roxy Music. That's a pretty cool one, right? Whatever. Van Halen. Sweet. So he gave me some very cool 8-tracks. And I'll show you a few more that I've gotten like around. This one is one of my favorites. $1 Billion Babies by Alice Cooper. I know I talk about Alice Cooper all the time. But this one is a perfect example of one of the two things I hate about 8-tracks and 2 things that are bad about 8-tracks. One is because there's like, the 8 tracks or the 2 sides or whatever. If it's not in good shape or just been played, fairly often, you'll start to hear both sides of the tape at once, right? And so you're hearing, one song and then you hear another one and it's just, they're playing together. And that's ridiculous. And my biggest complaint about 8-tracks, and this one's the prime example, is because of the length of the sides and things like that. One, either songs are cut off, they're not on the 8-track and they're on the vinyl album, or they'll cut a song in the middle, right? Because then you need to switch the side, which is bullshit, or they're in the wrong order. That is what drives me up the wall with this album, because I have listened to this album a bajillion times in my lifetime. I know every fucking song in the order it comes in. Not on 8-track though, because you have to put the songs in order so it fits on the different, because there's 4 sides, right? And then times 2 is 8, right? So on this one, it opens up with the song $1 Billion Babies instead of Hello Hooray. Yeah, the order is all screwed up. So like this one, it's side 1, $1 Billion Babies, Sick Things, and Marianne. That's 3, right? Side 2 only has Hello Hooray and Unfinished Suite, because Unfinished Suite's a pretty long song. Side 3 is Raped and Freezing, Elected, No More Mr. Nice Guy, and side 4 is Generation Landslide and I Love the Dead. 3 of the sides, it says here, they're all 10 minutes and 34 seconds. Side 4 is 9:44. So this one has all the songs on it. I want to say the Meatloaf, which I get it, because how long are Meatloaf songs, right? Yeah. So this one, right? So side 1 is Bad Out of Hell, okay. And then it's, you took the words right out of my mouth, and it says beginning. Then it starts on 2, you took the words right out of my mouth, conclusion, right? And then it even breaks up the Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Yeah, so, and even for crying out loud. So, and it's not just like a quickie kind of, no, it'll be like, and you're waiting. So you're like, first you hear on a hot summer night, and then will the wolf with the, and then like you're waiting for like the rest of the fucking song. It's bullshit. That's another reason not to like 8-tracks. There's like the appeal. I get it. They're very vintage, very of their time. But although they were like created in the late 60s, they were only really popular in the 70s. Yeah, I know. Even I want to get like the big, huge, 1975 Cadillac and be like, all, and put that in there. But it's totally not feasible. I'll show you a few other ones I've gotten, real quick. So I have Sparks, but Sparks is broken, right? 8 tracks get dirty, 8 tracks. I mean, and granted, these are like older than me, right? So the pad gets grody, stuff like that, These ones are all been pretty good. Like, he kept them in pretty good shape. He had Rock and Roll High School soundtrack, and that did break. But that looked like it was played a lot. So, overall, though, none of these have broken. Look what else I got. Art LeBeau, right? I think I got this at the thrift store. You can usually hear if the tape is, like, the tape's still good on that one. This one, listen. You can hear it, right? Yeah. Um, I got Love Gun, ding, ding, ding. And then I have Paul Stanley. This is another one where you can hear 2 songs at once. I don't need to hear this once, let alone fucking twice, right? Oh, this one I got at the thrift store. This T-Rex, right? I mean, it's after all the good ones, but still, to find a T-Rex 8-track at the thrift store was pretty good. This one was his Bowie ripoff, Mark Bolan and T-Rex, Zinc Alloy, and the Hidden Riders of Tomorrow, which is, the his version of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, right? Whatever. I like Donna Summer. This is long. This is probably split up too, though. No, I think this is a bigger 8-track because these sides are like 18 minutes. Here's a favorite, Sergio Mendes in Brazil '66, where you can still go get this album at the thrift store. I'm sure it's there. But no, I got some other I got some at the Pasadena City College Swap Meet that I love to go to that you probably can't go to anymore. I have Rudy Ray Moore, Eat Out More Often. I don't know if it was just turned red, or it was just cheap and turned red. Because you see those photos and they have that red tint, and they're not super old. They're just, I don't know, the processing at the time. It has Little Devil on it though, because it's an adult party album. What else do I have? Another adult party album. I don't know where it is though. Oh, here it is. I have, Leroy and Skillet with LaWanda Page still in its original box. I have some more Rolling Stones. What do I have? Rick Springfield. This is one from the 80s. What's the date on this one? 83. So 8 tracks are pretty much going out. This is not a Columbia House one though. But I'll tell you some cool 8 tracks I got. So let me move my peaches. I got these at a thrift store too, I believe. Oh yeah, I got this one. Sorry, real quick. Hell Up in Harlem, Edwin Starr with the original Motown case. That's pretty cool. But anyways, so I got these, and they're recorded because you can get an 8-track player that records, right? But these, they say Tape Town Special, right? So they have Tape Town Special 23, 14, and 8. But they are from RNS Tape Town 4119 Redondo Beach Boulevard, Lawndale, California, right? So these were the mixes they would play in the record store. That's super cool, right? And I would date these between 1969 and 1971. Some of the songs we have on here is Backfield in Motion, Na 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 Na, Hey Hey Hey, Goodbye. What else is on here? Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. This one has All Right Now, Free, right? So Green Eyed Lady, which me and Missy like that song. What else? Oh, the fucking jam is on this one. We've Only Just Begun. Woo! And then, where's that other Tape Town? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. This one has My Sharia Moore, which is 70, right? 71. Put a Little Love in Your Heart. Sweet Caroline. No, thank you. So I got a whole bunch of these recorded ones. I'm assuming they all came from Tape Town, but some are of whole albums. This is Otis Redding, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. This is the Christmas special, Top Hits of 1969, but it's not Christmas music. Try Little Tenderness, Honky Tonk Woman, Hot Fun in the Summertime, Take a Letter Maria. Grazing in the Grass is on this one. I like both versions, but I like the one with the words the best with the Friends of Distinction. So these are super cool. There's Johnny Cash, Soundtrack to Easy Rider. Oh, maybe I should listen to my Tape Town. I haven't listened to them yet. I should listen to these Tape Town specials. I'm stuck in the house. But anyways, yeah, so that's my 8 tracks video. Would I say start collecting them? No. Absolutely fucking not. As you can see, they are a pain to store. They are a pain to take care of. They sound like shit. They will drive you crazy. And they're just they don't sound good. They don't sound good. I would, I know cassettes are making a comeback. I'd go with cassettes. The sound is way better on a cassette. Any day. Any day. Better than vinyl? No, but close. Especially if we get some good cassettes like from the 80s. Those can sound pretty good. So anyways, that's it for my 8 tracks video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend. And don't forget to check out my merch at TeePublic, store named Myrtlewood, and you can get you a Smart and Vinyl shirt and some other cool funny stuff. So that's it. So from me to you, I'm just going to tell you to keep on tracking. No, don't even start tracking. But anyways, I'll talk to you later, and next time we will have some real music with some real vinyl. Talk to you guys later. Bye.